Richard, I'm so glad to have you here as an American. You definitely have some lines to tell about the Super Bowl. So first of all, we would be so interested. What is the recipe to create a real smash hit for Super Bowl?
The thing that makes it a smash hit, there's really kind of two things that it comes down to. Number one, it comes down to the psychological response that a marketer is going to evoke. The second thing, and I'll talk about this in a moment, is the social motivation, the reason why you might share. So psychological motivation, what you feel. Generally, what is important for a brand to do is to really find a key emotion to trigger and really push on it or pull on that trigger hard, I should say. So if you think of last year's most successful Super Bowl spot online, it was the Budweiser Clydesdale spot, and many people know that spot. Budweiser Clydesdale keyed in on some very key psychological themes: nostalgia, emotion, happiness, warmth. Those are the types of things that can really resonate with a viewer. Now that you've got the viewer's attention, let's talk about the sharing. And so it's very important to key in on essentially giving people a reason to share, what we call a social motivation. There's 10 of those that Unruly has identified based on our observation now of over 424 billion videos since our founding back in 2006. So we've got a big data set that we've worked from. You know, somebody who might be looking for a vehicle, you might find the message was such that there was it keyed a psychological trigger, and someone passed it on to the next person because there was a utility in that. If I know my brother is interested in, you know, buying a new sedan, you know, maybe I see that General Motors spot. I don't know what the spot's going to be, but presumably, let's say it's a sedan, and I pass that on to my brother. So I've kind of provided some social utility. There's other social motivations. One is a shared emotional experience or reaction. Last year's Pepsi Max test drive, I've seen the spot. I still smile every time I see it. I still get a chuckle. So that spot, in that particular example, the reason why I passed that around to friends is I wanted to get their reaction and, you know, have them enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. But again, we at Unruly, you know, academically have come down to 10 social motivations. So I just explained, you know, what 2 of those social motivations are.
What about themes for this year's Super Bowl? What can we expect?
Building on that, I think the next theme that we are likely to see is prankvertising. These are spots that put people kind of in the shoes of someone who's being kind of duped. I think many Super Bowl ads strike for funny. So funny is most definitely going to be a theme that we're going to see this year, as we see every year. The issue with humor, it's challenging because humor very much is cultural, and certainly the art directors at some of the best agencies in the world they know the culture of Americans, so they're going to do spots that are funny to Americans. But you know, sometimes things are funny to some, and to others they're just laugh out loud funny. There was a really delightful ad from Dodge about the American farmer. And it's a spot that I still enjoy watching for kind of its description about farmers, and really evokes a sense of pride. So I think, you know, while Super Bowl, you know, spots are, a lot of folks are striving for funny, there also I think are going to be a degree of serious spots as well. Another theme I think we might find is people tying into the weather. That's quite cold this time of year, so early February is quite chilly. I think there might be some you know, marketers that may take advantage of the weather. I know in the past you had companies like Campbell's, you know, they always tied in soup with cold weather. Our research and working with the Aaron Brooke Bass Institute and Dr. Karen Nelson Field in her book Viral Marketing, The Science of Sharing, that weather actually as a trigger helps drive sharing. So there may be some weather spots in there as well. So I think those are, you know, from somebody taking you know, a unpredictable opportunity to something happening at the game, all the way through to somber spots. I think there's going to be lots of things that are thrown at us for this year's Super Bowl.